Hello, I'm the Wolf Spirit, and today's video is gonna be a little bit different from my previous ones, and that's because there's been some stuff going on Twitter again. Isn't there always? So, I actually tweeted out this little message in regards to a tweet that the Amazing Atheist sent out. And you can read it here. It says, censorship is a boomerang. You can hit your enemy with it, but it's gonna come back. So, of course, I replied to that because this obviously this tweet is in response to the recent banning of a bunch of people, and these a lot of people feel like they have been unjustly banned from Patreon. It's actually mostly about Patreon, and so this is an obviously in reply to that. Which left me with a bunch of questions. The first one being that I thought the use of the word censored was a bit misplaced. And, well, as you can see, the Amazing Atheist posted this neat little description or definition. And I will concede that this is a definition. And I actually couldn't find the second definition when I tried to do some investigation, the ancient Rome thing, but it seems to largely encompass the definition of censorship as we know it. But still, I still have a bit of a contention with the word censorship as it was applied by TJ here, because in my mind, the word censorship always applies a more constitutional form of discrimination. For example, if someone enters my house, I can refuse him entrance to that. But if I do that, I don't think it's censorship in any way. Or is it? Well, apparently, according to this definition, it is. At least in some sort, in some way. Because that's kind of what's going on here. Because a company like Patreon isn't limited by a set of rules or something. They're not a government force. These are all, this is all a free market. These are run by individuals, and they have the same rights as we do in regards to who they want to be associated with and who they don't want to be associated with, which seems to rub a lot of people the wrong way. Even though, as I've pointed out, a lot of these people just have a pretty good reason to be banned, if you ask me. I mean, not because I don't like them, although I don't like them in this case, but mostly because it goes against the code of conduct on Patreon in this case. For example, Sargon of Akkad is a recent one that got banned on Patreon, and the reason why he got banned is because he used the N-word as a slur in one of his streams, one of his YouTube streams, I believe. And of course, a lot of people say that this isn't fair because it was in reply to a white nationalist on a stream or something like that. But of course, Patreon doesn't make any distinction between that. It just recognizes it, the use of a slur, a racial slur. And there's also famous conservatives, Lauren Southern and Milo Yiannopoulos. And Lauren got banned because of her association with Defend Europe. And Milo got banned because of his association with the Proud Boys. Not trying to delve too much into these organizations, but I think it's fair to say that they can find some things to be upset about. I mean, I think that's well within their rights to do so. Anyway, getting back to this tweet, more precisely, I want to talk about where this sort of censorship ends in the mind of someone like the Amazing Atheist. Does this mean we should give everyone a free pass who just wants to say anything? How about more overt examples? Anyone who wants to spread just outright racism, bigotry, pedophilia, anything like that? Like, is that really the kind of direction we want to get going in in with our society. I don't think that's really productive. I'm just really curious where this slippery slope fallacy ends. Lastly, I want to talk about the analogy here just a little bit. I mean, I know this is a bit pedantic, and more people have pointed this out, but censorship is a boomerang. You can hit your enemy with it, but it's gonna come back. I mean, I'm not a physicist, but I'm pretty sure that if the boomerang hits something, it's not gonna come back. At least not easily. I think it's very likely that the boomerang will just fall to the ground and look really sad. But yes, it's me. Anyway, I think that's the end of this little video. Let me know if you like these sort of short little rants. And another thing I want to ask is if you guys like the inclusion of some music in my videos, because I've tried to include some music accompanying my rambling, but I think this also makes it sound really crowded, and I'm just not really sure. Even when I bring the music down, it still sounds pretty crowded. But anyway, let me know about that in the comments, and see you next time. Goodbye.